Class 10 solution for set 31 by 1. We are starting from section A, question number 1. We have question number 1 as this. The one of the zeros is given. So since one of the zeros is given, we substitute that 0 into the equation and we put 2 instead of x to get k is equal to minus 10. So option B is correct. For question number 2, number of factors of a prime number is basic definition is there are only 2 factors for a prime number, 1 and the number itself. So the option C is correct. Moving on to question number 3, the sum and the product of the zeros is given. We know the basic equation of quadratic polynomial is x square minus sum of roots plus product of the roots. We substitute those values into their places to get x square plus 5x plus 6. So the option A is correct. For question number 4, for no solution we have a condition as a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2. For a we have 1 and b b1 we have as 2. So substitute b1 is k, and therefore we are substituting a1 upon a2 and b1 upon b2. So we get 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by k, for which we can see the value of k comes out to be 2. So option D is correct. Question number 5 is basic LCM and HCF. We can find out the LCM and HCF. They come out to be 3 and 420 respectively. So option C is correct. For question number 6, these 3 numbers are in AP. So we know that twice of middle term is equal to sum of first and third term. Substituting these values in the equation we get this equation, and on solving we get x is equal to 6. So option A is correct. For question number 7, we know the basic formula of AP is equal to A plus n minus 1D. Since we have to find the 10th term, we have n is equal to 10. So 10 minus 1 is 9, and therefore A10 is equal to this. So option C is correct. For question number 8, we know the basic formula for distance is y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square whole over under root. We substitute y2 and y1 and x2 and x1, and upon solving we get a under root a square plus b square. So option C is correct. For question number 9, we have to find a point k comma 0. So we are using section formula and putting the values in place. We get k is equal to minus 1. So the option D is correct for question number 9. For question number 10, since these points are collinear, so the area of triangle formed by them should be 0. Hence we use the formula of triangle as this and substitute those values respectively and take the triangle area as 0. Upon solving we get p is equal to minus 2. So option A is correct. For question number 11, we know that for a circle tangents from a single point are always equal in length. We know the length of AC is 11. So from point A to P it is 4 centimeter. So A to R will be 4 centimeter. Since this is AR is 4 centimeter, so the remaining RC will be 7 centimeter. Since RC is 7 centimeter, QC will itself be 7 centimeter and BQ will be 3 centimeter. So 3 plus 7 becomes 10. So 10 centimeter is the answer for question number 11. We move on to question number 12. The question is given, we have to find the ratio of area of ABC and PQR, and sides are given in ratio 1 is to 3. So we know the formula that area of a one triangle upon area of second triangle for similar triangles is given by this. So we already know side ABC upon side of PQR is 1 by 3, and we will square these, so we will get the answer as 1 by 9. We move on to question number 13. We have a equilateral triangle whose side is 2a. Then we have to find the length of his altitude. One of the methods is this, by taking the area of equilateral triangle, as we know, is equal to root by 3 upon 4 into side square, and then equating it with 1 by 2 into base into altitude, and upon solving we get AD is equal to root 3 by a, or alternatively we can use Pythagoras theorem and we can solve it to get AD as root 3 by a. For question number 14, cos 80 upon sin 10 and cos 49 into cosec 31. We convert cos 80, we can write cos 80 as cos 90 minus 10, and we know that cos 90 minus theta is sin theta. So we have sin theta upon sin 10 upon sin 10, and similarly for cosec 31 we can write it as inverse of sin 31 and then convert it to cos. So we have sin 10 upon sin 10 and cos 59 upon cos 59, which give us 2 as the answer. Moving on to question number 15th, we have to find the value of sin square theta and 1 plus upon 1 plus tan square theta. We convert tan square theta, 1 plus tan square theta as sec square theta, and sec square theta can be converted, 1 upon sec square theta is cos square theta. So sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. On the OR part, the 15th OR part is 1 plus tan square theta can be converted into sec square theta, and a minus b into a plus b is converted into a minus b, a square minus b square, which is written as cos square theta. So sec square theta into cos square theta converts to 1. So the answer is 1. For question number 16th, we have to find the ratio of length of a vertical rod and the length of its shadow is already given, which is, this is the length of the rod and this is the shadow. So we know by tan formula of tan theta is perpendicular upon base. So tan theta is equal to 1 by root 3, and for theta is equal to 30, we know that tan 30 is equal to 1 by root 3, so theta is 30, which is the answer. Question number 17th, two cones having these and the radii are in the ratio. What is the ratio of their volumes? We know the formula of cones for the volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. In this, in the first case, the height is three times, and the radii is also 3 is to 1. So for substituting the r, we get 1 by 3 into 1 by 3 pi into 3r whole square dot h, and r is, and in the below case we'll write 3h. Upon solving this equation we cancel out 1 by 3 and pi and get 9 by 3, or 3 is to 1. So the volume ratio is 3 is to 1 for question number 17. Question number 18, we have to find the probability of the chosen letter to be consonants. Total number of letters are 26 in English, and there are 5 vowels, that is a, e, I, o, u. So number of consonants are 21 in number. So to pick the probability required to pick one consonant is 21 upon 26, which is the answer. We move on to question number 19th. For this, the possible outcomes for less than 3 are only 1 comma 2, and all the possibilities are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So there are only 2 possibilities out of 6 possible outcomes. So 2 by 6 is the probability, or 1 by 3 is the answer to question number 19. The second part is the probability of winning a game is 0.07. So we simply subtract 1 from 1, 0.07 to get 0.93 as the winning probability. Oh, sorry, the losing probability of the game. So the answer is 0.93. Question number 20. We have to find if the mean of first n natural number is 15, then we have to find n. We know that the mean of first n natural numbers is given by n plus 1 by 2. So we substitute 15 is equal to n plus 1 by 2, giving us n is equal to 29. So answer is 29. We move on to question number 21, which we have to prove that these terms are in AP. So we know that A plus C is twice of B. So this first term and the third term are added, and when we solve by opening them, we get twice of A square plus B square, and this is the middle term, A square plus B square. So twice of middle term is the sum of first and third term, hence these three terms are in AP. We move on to question number 22nd. We have to prove that BE upon EC is equal to BC upon CP. We will use basic proportionality theorem in this, for which we can see BD upon DA is equal to BE upon EC, and for in triangle ABP, BD upon DA is equal to BC upon CP with basic proportionality theorem. And when these equations are combined, we get from equation 1 and 2 we get the desired result. Question number 22, second part. We have two tangents drawn to a circle. So we assume this angle OPQ as x. So this angle OQP will also be x, and since these are in a triangle, we get 180 minus 2x angle POQ, and since PTQO is a cyclic quadrilateral, we have this angle as 180 minus 2x. So 180 and 180 got cancelled, so this angle comes out to be 2x. So if this angle is x, this angle is 2x, hence twice of angle OPQ is equal to angle PTQ, hence proved. We move on to question number 23. The figure for question number 23 is this. We have CD is equal to 3 meter and 1.5 meter is AC. So we know that sine theta is equal to AC upon DC, which is 1.5 by 3 or is equal to 1 by 2, and sine 30 we know is 1 by 2, so theta is 30 degree. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3, so 1 by root 3 is the answer for tan theta. And for sec theta, similarly for sec theta we can calculate sec 30 and cosec 30 to get 2 plus 3 by root 3 upon 2 as the answer. We move on to question number 24. For this we have a simple formula. We know that 2 pi r theta by 360 is equal to L. So we have to find out r. We get 2 by 22 by 7 into r into 60 by 360 is equal to 22 as the equation, and solving this we get r is equal to 21 centimeter. We move on to question number 25. In this we have to find the probability that x square is less than or equal to 4. For this we have a number, if we do the square of number -2 we get +4, and also +2 will give +4. Therefore the possible outcomes are -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, which are 5 in number, and the total number of possibilities are 7. So 5 upon 7 is the number of outcomes, and it is the probability. We move on to question number 26. We are given the class and frequency, and we have to find the mean. So we know the formula for mean is sigma fi xi upon sigma fi. We will calculate the fi. We have been given the frequency, so we tabulate it in this form and calculate the total fi into xi. We get 326 as the fi xi, and frequency as 40. Substituting this in formula we get x bar is equal to 8.15. For the OR part we have to find the mode. We know the formula for mode is L plus F1 minus F0 upon 2F1 minus F0 into F2 into H. We simply substitute these values which are given here into the formula. We get mode as 65. For section C, question number 27, we have to find the quadratic polynomial whose zeros are reciprocals. So we basically have to find this 1 upon x1 plus 1 upon x2 and 1 upon x1 plus x2. So for these values we already know that the basic equation is ax square plus bx plus c, and the sum of roots is minus b by a, and the product of root is minus c by a. So for this we get on dividing equation 1 by 2 we get x1 plus x2 upon x1 into x2 we get minus b by c. So 1 by x1 plus 1 by x2 is minus b by c, and 1 upon x1 x2 is a by c from this equation. Just we have to reverse it. So we know these two values, 1 upon x1 and 1 upon x1 x2, which are substituted here and here respectively. So 1 upon x1 x2 is minus b by c, and 1 upon x1 x2 is a by c. So our equation is this. For 27 OR part, we have to divide these two polynomials. We simply divide these two polynomials, and when we divide them we get plus 3 as the remainder. And so we have to now also verify this algorithm. So we know that dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So we multiply this and this to get this equation, and when we add 3 in this we get the dividend. So it is verified. We move on to question number 28. We have to graphically determine the coordinates or the vertices of the triangle. So for this question we will need a graph, and we can also solve these equations. We can subtract the equation 1 from second equation. We will get y is equal to 2 and x equal to -4, and from 1 and 3 we get y is equal to 5 and x is equal to 2. So for graphical representation we had already found these points, and we have to substitute this on the graph, and by solving equation number 2 and 3 we get y is equal to 3 and x equal to 1. So 1 comma 3 is another point. So these vertices are found in the graph. We move on to question number 28, the OR part. And since 4 is a 0 of the polynomial, so we know that x minus 4 is equal to 0 is a solution. So we divide x minus 4 and the dividend is this, and upon we will get x square plus x minus 6, and we will solve this equation. Now we solve this quadratic polynomial x square plus x minus 6 and break it as x plus 3 into x minus 2. So we have the other zeros as minus 3 and 2, and to verify it you can put these values in this equation. For question number 29, we have the total distance of 600 kilometer. So if the duration is of t hours, then the speed is equal to distance upon time. So 600 by t is the original speed, and if we subtract 200 from the original speed, then we have increased half hour in the total duration. So we have this equation, and upon solving this equation we get two values of t as t is equal to 1 hour and t is equal to minus 3 by 2, and since minus 3 by 2 time cannot be negative, so only t is equal to 1 is the possible outcome, which is the answer. For question number 30, we have to find the area of triangle. We simply know the formula for area of triangle as this, so we substitute those values directly to get 53 square unit as the answer. For question number 30 OR part, we have used the section formula and applied this, and upon solving we get x equal to minus 5, and also another using section formula again for y we get this, and we get y is equal to minus 2, so the coordinates of b can be found as minus 5 comma minus 2. For question number 31, we are given that AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. That means DA is parallel to BC by basic proportionality theorem or Thales theorem. This also means since these two are parallel, therefore by alternate angles we get angle B is equal to angle D and angle E is equal to angle C. And since D and E are equal, therefore B and C are also equal. And since B and C are equal, that means in an isosceles triangle these two angles are equal. So AB is equal to AC, hence ABC is an isosceles triangle. For question number 32, we have to prove as given in question. So for this we have to prove that angle B is 90 degree. For this we have to construct another triangle PQR, which is right angled at Q, so, and also that says that PQ is equal to AB and QR is equal to BC. So since it is a this triangle is a right angle triangle, we know that from Pythagoras theorem hypotenuse square is equal to base square into perpendicular square. Therefore since PQ is equal to AB, we substitute these values. Therefore, and we also know that AR square is equal to AB square plus BC square as given in the question itself. Therefore PR is equal to AC. That means we have proved that this is equal to this. So if we prove that this triangle is congruent to this triangle, that means angle B is also 90 degree. So we have done the same, that we have proved that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR, and since angle Q we have already assumed as 90 degree, therefore now the angle B will also be 90 degree. So we have proved here in these steps that ABC and PQ are congruent, and hence we know that angle B is 90 degree. If we move on to question number 33, we are given this equation, so we square both the sides, then we get a square plus b square plus 2ab is equal to 3. Then we solve this to get sine theta into cos theta is equal to 1. We also know that sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So we divide this equation number 2 by equation number 1. We get this, and we can also write this as sine square theta upon sine theta cos theta. We can break the denominator and the numerator into two parts, and upon solving we know that sine theta will cancel out, and sine theta upon cos theta is tan theta, and cos theta upon sine theta is cot theta, that this is equal to 1. Hence proved. We move on to question number 34th. In this figure we know that in this h by 2, we have the midpoint of cone as h by 2, that is equal to 2 centimeter. So the volume of upper cone OLD is 1 by 3 pi r square h, 1 by 3 pi into 2 square h, and for the remaining portion that will remain as is, will be a frustum. So the frustum formula is this. We apply these two formulas, so we get 4 by 28, and then 1 is by 7 is the answer. For question number 35, any positive integer can be of the form 5p or 5p plus 1, 5p plus 2, 5p plus 3, or 5p plus 4 by Euclid's division lemma, and upon squaring we get these as their squares. These can be rewritten as 5 into 5p, like 25 is broken into 5.5, and similarly the other parts are broken. These can be written as 5q, 5q dash plus 1, 5q dash plus 4, and so on, but none of these are of the form 5q plus 2 or 5q plus 3. Hence we have proved the given condition. For we have the or part, we have to prove that one of the every three consecutive positive integers is divisible by 3. We know by Euclid's lemma any positive integer is either of 3 form 3q or 3q plus 1 or 3q plus 2. Thus their product is 3q into 3q plus 1 into 3q plus 2. Therefore p is equal to 3 into a positive integer, hence the result. We move on to question number 36. We assume that the four terms are as a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, and a plus 3d. So we will have, upon addition of all the terms, we will have 4a is equal to 32, so a is equal to 8. Now we have to find d. Also in the question it is given that the ratio of the product of the first and the last terms, this is the first term and this is the last term, and the product of the two middle terms, the product of two middle terms is this, and is equal to 7 is to 15. And on solving this equation we get d is equal to plus or minus 2. So when d is equal to plus 2, then the consecutive numbers are 2, 6, 10, and 14, and when d is minus 2, we substitute a and d in these equations to get these terms. Question number 36, or part. We know the formula for addition of n numbers is Sn equal to n by 2 into 2 plus a upon n minus 1 into d. We already given the sum as 287. We proceed to calculate the value of n. We get this quadratic equation, and for n is equal to 14, by hit and trial we get n is equal to 14, and therefore upon solving we get 1 plus 13 into 3 is equal to x. Therefore x comes out to be 40. For question number 37, we have the following construction steps. We just need to make sure that these points during the construction are on the circle. We move on to question number 38. We have to find the height of the tower, which is assumed as h, and this is the flag, and this is the tower, and from the ground point we have an angle of 30 degree to the base of flag, and to the top of the flag we have an angle of 45 degree. So we know that this is 6 from question, and this is assumed as h. And this from the base we have assumed it as x. We need to find h. We know that tan 45 is 1, and substituting it in perpendicular by base we get 6 plus h upon x, or 45 is 1. So we have this equation 6 plus h is equal to x. Also we know that tan of 30 is equal to h by x. So we substitute this equation. Instead of x we substitute 6 plus h in the equation, and on solving we get h is equal to 8.19 meter, which is the answer. We move on to question number 39. We know the volume of frustum is given as 1 by 3 pi h into this. We substitute the values to get the volume of frustum as 22,000 centimeter cube, and we know that 1 centimeter cube is equal to 1 ml, and 1000 ml is equal to 1 liter. So the volume is 22 liters. 22 liters is the total volume, and for 1 liter 40 rupees per liter milk is costing. So 22 into 40 gives 880 as the answer. For question number 40, we have the more than type as given as this, and its ogive is this, and it is self-explanatory. Question number 40 or part, the median was already given as 525. So we tabulate it as this form, and we find that this is the median class as 56 plus x, and the sum of the frequencies is given as 100, or we can take 76 plus x plus y is equal to 100. So we get equation x plus y equal to 24 as the first equation, and also we know this formula of median, and then we, after substituting these values and simply upon solving, we get y is equal to 15, x equal to this, and x equal to 9. So this is the total solution for the set 30, 1, 1.